What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, November 26th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 11-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the point guard position. I like D'Angelo Russell from the Minnesota Timberwolves playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the third worst defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing point guards. D'Angelo Russell has averaged 34.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. He's projected at 35 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.7 times value. He's $7,400 DraftKings salary, the same price on FanDuel, and Vegas thinks there's going to be 222.5 points scored in this game, and D'Angelo Russell has scored 39, 29, and 42 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 36, 30, and 27 minutes. Now, I like this pick because D'Angelo Russell scored 58 fantasy points last time he played the Hornets. It's a decent matchup. I think D'Angelo Russell can score 40 fantasy points or more in this one and get you 5 times value or more. So I like D'Angelo Russell here versus the Charlotte Hornets. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Buddy Hield, or Buddy Hyde, or Buddy Hield. I don't know why I always pronounce that name wrong. I pronounce a lot of names wrong. So, Buddy Hield from the Sacramento Kings playing the LA Lakers, who have the 4th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards. Buddy Hield has averaged 28.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. He's projected at 28.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $5,800 DraftKings salary and $500 less on FanDuel. So I like that price on both sites, but I love that FanDuel price. And Buddy Hield has scored 30, 37, and 25 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 31, and 30 minutes. He's also got a pretty good track record against the Lakers. He scored 24, 26, 51, 44, and 36 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Lakers. So I like Buddy Hield here versus the LA Lakers. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Washington Wizards, who have a middle of the pack defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing small forwards. Josh Giddey has averaged 31.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He's projected at 32.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $6,500 DraftKings salary and $300 less on FanDuel. Josh Giddey has scored 38, 40, and 33 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 33, 31, and 28 minutes. So I like Josh Giddey here versus the Washington Wizards. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Wendell Carter Jr. from the Orlando Magic playing the Chicago Bulls, who have a pretty good defense overall, but they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Wendell Carter Jr. has averaged 30.8 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He's projected at 29.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's 5,600 DraftKings salary and 100 less on FanDuel. And Wendell Carter Jr. has scored 37, 26, and 15 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 32, 27, and 14 minutes. So I like that he played 32 minutes last game and scored 37 fantasy points. So I'm hoping he can play between 28 and 32 minutes here tonight. So I like Wendell Carter Jr., who scored 47 fantasy points last time he played the Bulls, here versus the Chicago Bulls.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the center position. So I like Rudy Gobert once again. He's got a great matchup. This guy's just been on fire throughout the season, super consistent, but I think you guys are tired of me making this pick. So I'm going to give you another center that I like here tonight. I like DeAndre Ayton from the Phoenix Suns playing the New York Knicks, who have the 10th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing centers. DeAndre Ayton has averaged 36.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He's projected at 36.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.9 times value. He's 7,400 DraftKings salary, 300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 216 points scored in this game. And DeAndre Ayton has scored 29, 46, and 37 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 27, 32, and 26 minutes. Now, I like this pick because take a look at his last 4 games versus the Knicks. He scored 52, 30, 60, and 42 fantasy points in his last 4 games versus the Knicks. So I like DeAndre Ayton here versus the New York Knicks. Okay, now I got a value play for you here at the center position. I like Precious Achiuwa from the Toronto Raptors playing the Indiana Pacers, who have a good defense overall. They've been good versus opposing centers, but Precious Achiuwa has averaged 23.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 25 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He's projected at 24.1 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5.9 times value. He's only 4,100 DraftKings salary. He's 900 more on FanDuel, and he scored 29, 27, and 15 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 27, 26, and 24 minutes. So he looks a little underpriced on DraftKings, so I like Precious Achiuwa here versus the Indiana Pacers.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.